trying to get this shit right. Right. I know it take a little minute, but you gon' have your time.
Mic check, test 1, 2. All right, and we are ready to go. Boom! Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy, K Don. Thank you for tuning back into another episode of Don Talk Podcast. Man, yeah, we still going. I ain't gonna lie, I'm recording this one a little late in the week. I should have already had this done, but I'm doing it right now, and I think that's what matters. And I will be doing another episode later too. I gotta, just kind of get some stuff. I have to record later, but I got work to do in between. So, but excuse me. Y'all, it's glad to be back, man. You know, we still going at it. Episode 3 of season 5, man, and you know, I really do want to take that time to say, yo, if you've been rocking with me since I started, thank you, man. I've been doing this since 2019, and you know, it's what, so 5 seasons in, but like, really, what, 6 years? What's it been, 6 years since I started? No, 5. It's been 5 years, yeah. So you know, that's just crazy to think, man. Like, yeah, I've taken like breaks in between, but it's still like, man, I still had a thought, and I brought it to life, right? I started with like, okay, like I want to do this. I want to have the podcast, you know, be a certain way, right? And excuse me, you know, that's how it kind of started out. But then I had to make a shift, right? I had to make the shift necessary, or what I thought was necessary, so I could, you know, get to where I wanted to be. And where I'm at right now, I feel pretty comfortable with it, right? I know that there's way more stuff I got to do, because like, I really have barely scratched the surface. Like, I've just been doing it this long, but I really feel like, like I've started over, and my interview skills are better, right? My speaking skills are a lot better, and I trust myself a lot more. So yeah, growth from 2019. If you go back and listen to the first episode up until this episode, you'll hear the difference. I promise you. And we got video now. Come on, dog. We upgrade, you know, that's what we do. But yeah, y'all, you know, I hope everybody has been well, you know, taking the necessary breaks, and, you know, giving yourself the grace that you deserve and stuff, and treating everybody, you know, how they should be, how they deserve to be treated. Oh, excuse me. How they deserve to be treated. I'll say that, because, you know, a lot of people just kind of like, I don't know, they be out here doing other people dirty, and like, you don't need to be doing all that, right? But that's not what we talking about today, man. What we talking about today is something I hold dear to my heart. I know I've said that before, but this is actually something that, you know, I really resonate with, because this is me to the fullest. So what we're going to talk about today is introversion. Yeah. Shout out to all my introverts out there. Man, we just on my own type of time. I ain't worried about nobody else, what everybody else is doing. Like, I'm not in competition with nobody, man. I really run my own race, and I'm comfortable with that, right? I'm introverted. I like being by myself. I like being in my own space, being at my own peace. Man, if you don't bring me peace, you cannot be around me. And that's all Mary had a little lamb. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I can't allow you into my space if you're just bringing chaos, or like, you know, causing me stress or drama, trauma, or whatever. Like, I can't do it. Like I said in my last episode, excuse me, I'm 27. I'm about to be 27 years old, man. Like, why am I sitting up here still having you stress me out, and like still being stressed out about certain people? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's 2024. Don't do that. Don't set yourself up for failure. Come on, yo. Boom. All right. So introversion is defined as, you know, the tendency to be with, you know, one's own thoughts and feelings rather than external things. So I feel like that's just kind of, you know, that does sum it up well, because, yeah, man, I like to be by myself. I think I'm in my head a lot. I have so many conversations with myself. Like, excuse me, I know there might be other people who like they really have conversations with themselves, right? Who play out scenarios in their head, right, before it happens and be like, oh yeah, like I got to say this and I got to do that and all that. So I think that's where it's like that's where you got to pay attention to an introvert because they just they're very methodical. We're very methodical and stuff, and like I don't like to just let anybody into my space. Like I said, if you bring me peace, you're gonna be oh my gosh, sorry y'all, I'm at the tail end of a cold, but I think I'm just talking a lot, so it's kind of my system is like, hey, you got to give me a break. Yeah, no, can't do that. Sorry, I got a podcast to film. But yeah, so yeah, man, it's like I'm very methodical, and if you bring me peace, you can be around me. I would like to say, I'm very empathetic. I care a lot about people, like especially my people. Man, like I'll look out for you. I'll do anything for you, right? And honestly, like I'm not introverted all the time. It's just like around new environments. Like I actually I was at a meeting at my client's school today, and like I was quiet the whole time, right? But that's just because like I was new. I'm not outgoing. I don't speak up all the time. Like I speak when spoken to. Like that's really the mindset I've adapted, and like that's what I grew up with. That's how I was raised and stuff. So I'm very big on that part. So it's like, man, I just when I speak, I don't want to waste my words, right? So you'll never catch me out here being loud and obnoxious. Like that's not me, right? I have friends like that. They might speak for me, um, but yeah, nah, I'm not like loud and obnoxious and just kind of like all over the place. Like I don't do that. It's too much, and that's attracting too much attention to myself, and I don't want that. I really don't like attention from everybody. I just want attention from the right people. So I know that's a bar right there because, yeah, I don't need everybody's attention. Like I'm not looking to do things for everybody, but the people I care about, yeah, like those are the ones I don't want to say look to for approval and stuff, but like I'll appeal to them before I appeal to the masses. So yeah, man. Thank you for just kind of again being in this space with me because I feel like it's very vulnerable and it's like it's hard to talk about certain things, but with introversion I feel like this is definitely my bag, man. And this probably will be a short episode, but you get it. Like it's well actually no, let me elaborate. Just to like I stick to myself. Like I have my tribe of people that I rock with, and those people I love them like they're my family. um and I would really do anything for them, because of how close we are, the relationship we've built, and like how much I trust them. So I don't know, man. It's just and like I said, like I am extroverted around the right people. Like I can be loud and obnoxious around the right people, but that's only if I feel comfortable with you, and you know I feel comfortable with people, when they create that space for me to be comfortable. Like I don't have to feel judged and stuff. Like, excuse me, I'm gonna get a little deep real quick, but like with my blood family, I'm not that close with them. Like I'm really not. But I know that I'm still like I have love for them, but if they have brought me some sort of like stress or anything like that, or I haven't been around them and been exposed to them like that, we share blood, but like that don't make us family. Like I'm family with my friends because of how close I am with them. The stuff I talk to them about, like I talk to them about just about everything, in my personal life, and I don't really talk to my family like that. But that's just because like I felt so neglected and pushed away from my family. Like one being the middle child, but two just kind of like, us doing our own things and stuff. Like I never really felt connected to my family. There was a little bit of like judgmental stuff going on that didn't help me feel comfortable. So that's why I'm so connected to my friends because I know that they're there for me. I don't have to go out around that. Like I can go out with them, dance, and feel 100% comfortable. Or I can go out and just kind of be myself. I can be weird, or what some people might define as weird, excuse me, but my friends are joining in with me because we're almost the same in a sense. So, but I will say, like, a lot of most of my friends, just about all of them, are very connected with their families, right? Like, they're very family oriented and stuff, and I love that for them. And I think that's another reason why I'm attracted to them, because they have the sense of family that I guess I kind of wanted. Like, I've always wanted it in a sense. So, like, my boy Phil, like, I go to his house, and, like, his family treats me like family. His mom, his sisters and stuff, like, it's really all family. It's always love, man. So um I feel that way with just about like all my friends. Like, every time I go to their house or meet their family, it's always like, damn, like, this is so welcoming, and I appreciate that because excuse me, it oh my gosh, it just helps me feel more comfortable, and, like, I don't have to worry about whether I'm liked or not. And that's what a lot of introversion is, like, thinking, I guess, like, worrying about other people's perceptions of you, which isn't necessarily right, but sometimes it just happens, like, the way we're wired. But you do have to be able to, one, acknowledge that, and two, like, are you willing to do the work to change that, because a lot of us, well, a lot of people, I'll say, a lot of people don't even get to the point where they're aware of what they're doing or what they're not doing. And for those who are aware, not everyone is able to say, okay, like, I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to do this differently. I'm ready to work on that, or, have people call me out on my stuff so that I can improve what I'm doing, because there's certain habits and stuff that, I might be doing that might piss off someone, like one of my close friends, and, I could just hang my hat on, oh, well, yeah, that's how I am. No, you don't do that. You got to be able to put in the work and, like, want to grow. Like, that's what you have to want. And as an introvert, I am getting better with it, but at the same time, I know I need to recharge. And nothing will ever come in between. Nothing will ever come in between my recharge time. When it's time for me to recharge, I was just talking with my boys about this the other day. So it's my boy James' birthday this weekend. And, man, I was saying, I'm like, yo, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, I'll bring people there, but, like, when I'm ready to leave, if anybody else ain't ready to leave, that's not my problem. I'm ready to go. When it's time to go, it's time to go. I'll be on the move, and, like, I'm fine with that. So I think a lot of us aren't comfortable with, I don't have FOMO. Like, a lot of people have FOMO. I don't care about missing out on anything. Like, he also did bring up, like, doing something on Sunday. I don't think I want to. Just because of how I am, I'm like, bro, I had my fun for the weekend, and, like, I'm cool with that. But I don't need to do everything and I'm fine with that. Like, you can go out, you can have fun. It's your birthday. But I don't necessarily have to be there. And especially, like, if I don't want to be there, I won't. Because, like I said in one of my last episodes, you can't force me to do anything. Like, I'm comfortable with missing out. I don't have a problem. When I help my friend with her shows, excuse me, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna come back here and, like, to the club when it opens. Nope, gotta go. And I'm fine with that. Like, and one of the people who was there, she was like, yeah, I love how you don't have any fear of, like, missing out. I'm like, what do I need to have fear of? Like, man, there's nothing more relaxing than being at home. Oh my gosh, just in my bed, like, watching a show or something. Come on, man, nothing can beat that. Yeah, good friends and stuff, always, but I don't know. That alone time is just, unmatched. Unmatched. But yeah, no, I definitely want to, I want to talk a little bit about just introversion, man. Just kind of bring awareness to it. Like, we do things because that's how we protect our peace. And that's what a lot of people should do. Like, if you're out here just kind of giving to everybody and stuff, like, you're not, I don't know, like, some people, they might be able to do that. I know I can't. I can't give to everybody all the time and expect to still have energy for me. right? Like there is that quote that's like, you can't pour from an empty cup. So yeah, like I shouldn't have to wait until my cup is empty to go recharge. Like if I can only use half my cup and then I got to recharge, that's cool. 25%, okay. But sometimes if I do have the energy to, help someone else out, I can do it. But then I know that my recharge period might be longer. And I'm okay with that. But sometimes other people, they can get upset with, oh, well, yeah, you don't do this for me. Why are you up? Man, I'm protecting my peace. If I don't protect my peace, who will? No one else can do that for me. Like I have to be able to do that for me. And I can't feel bad about that. Like I think I really have stopped feeling bad about, other people's, I don't want to say other people's feelings, but essentially, yeah, like I can't control how you feel. I can tell you, I can set my boundaries in place. I talked about that episode. But like I have my boundaries in place, and that's what I have to stick to. If I have poor boundaries and I let people walk all over me, that's not cool. I don't get anything from that. But I know that I do have to protect my peace at all times. I can't let someone else shame me for taking care of myself. That's not cool. But I know that I'm going to always put myself first. I love myself. I have to. If you don't put boundaries in place, then people are just going to walk all over you and, kind of just, they might get away with like disrespect in a sense. I can't do that. I can't. So, yeah, I think it is something to think about, man. Like why introverts just kind of do what they do. And I definitely want to talk about this more. There's some guy I follow on Instagram. His page is introverted JB, and I want to talk to him about introversion. So hopefully that's something that can come about in the future. Because man, it's just I feel like a lot of his posts I just resonate with, and I'm like, yeah, man. There was one post he talked about. He was like, yeah, it was a picture of like a house in like on a farm somewhere, but it was like there was no houses around and nothing like that. And I I commented and I was like, man, this is low key my goal, like to have a house away from people and like have a farm because I grew up in the city. So I grew up with like, hearing noise like y'all. I know y'all heard the sirens and stuff like in the background. Like that's just how it is. But like I'm kind of sick of the city. I feel like it's just there's too much. And for me to kind of go from seeing buildings everywhere to seeing flatlands, it's always beautiful. Always beautiful. And I would definitely want to spend some time like in the Midwest where there's no buildings and like just all flatlands and live on a farm or something. Just it'll be different, Grow my own vegetables, my own crops, and tend to my own animals and stuff like that. That would be cool. That's different than what I'm used to. But I still want to do it, introvertedly, like with myself or like with my family, whatever, But oh my gosh, excuse me. But also, man, I do want to say, dang, I kind of lost what I was saying. But anyways, man, I think it is important to, just be mindful of like how people are and, if people are more quiet, like it's not that they don't like you. They're just thinking, they're assessing the situation. That's what happens with me. Like when I walk into a space, I'm assessing the situation and stuff, just kind of reading people and getting an idea of like how interactions might go. And I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to, speak when spoken to, like I said, but it's still gonna, like, I still have to protect myself, man. So that's just what it is. It's a protection mechanism. Like or a defense mechanism. There we go. Like I can't put myself in a position to where I'll feel like I'm in danger. I can't do that to myself, But everybody's not like that. So again, for all you extroverts, and I will say, like I think I also did mention this in one of my other episodes. It is good to have extroverted friends because, you know, they get you out of your funk and stuff. Because sometimes I'll be in my room, in my house, and I'm like, dang, I want to go out. I want to talk to people. But my extroverted friends are the ones who, you know, like my boy, well, let's go out. I'm like, you're right. You know, go out for a couple drinks, you know, just to get out the house. It's good. Every introvert needs an extroverted friend who's going to help them, you know, get out of their comfort zone a little bit. So, yeah, man, if you have that, kudos to you. I know I do. My friend group, like everybody, my whole tribe is, you know, it's a good mix of like introverts and extroverts. So, you know, I'm blessed for that. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But again, you know, just be mindful of like introverts and how people are, because everybody's different, man. But like, you always want to show people respect, regardless of who they are. So, yeah, that's all I got right now. I actually do have an interview soon, so that is a reason why this episode will be pretty short. But like I said, you know, I hope to do a part 2 soon, because I feel like there is a lot more that I want to speak about for this topic, you know, because there's a lot more that kind of goes into it than what I touched on today. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning back into Don Talk Podcast, man. It's always greatly appreciated. And as you know, it's Don season. Let's get it!
I know you want to spend some time with me. I know you want to take this ride with me. Please, please. I know you want to spend some time with me.